Hey guys, so I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. I think I'm just gonna do a kind of chatty get ready with me, and kind of go in a little bit more depth of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. Just because I don't know, some are beginners with makeup, and so I think it would help if I explain a little bit more what I'm doing. I'm really sick, so I apologize in advance. I've had this sinking cough for like 3 weeks now, and it's just lingering. I don't feel sick, but I just sound like an 80-year-old man that has smoked my whole life. So, let's get started. I've already prepped my face. I put on moisturizer, and then I also sprayed my face with the Smashbox primer water. I just think it helps my skin like feel really hydrated. I don't know if it does anything to help my makeup, but I like how it feels. I like to do that, and then I always do my eye makeup first. I don't really know why. That's just how I've always done it. So that's what we're gonna do today. To start off with, I'm gonna prime my eyelids. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. I don't know if I'm in love with this. I think it works okay. I don't know. I think I prefer using just concealer as an eyeshadow primer, but whatever, we'll use it. So there's like a clump in it. Ugh. And then after that, I always go in with like a white or a cream eyeshadow to set any eyeshadow primer I use. It doesn't matter if I use like an actual primer or a concealer. I always go in. So I'm just going to go into my Morphe 350 palette, and I'm just going to grab this like matte cream shade and just kind of blend that, or put it all over my lid up to the brow bone, goodness, just to set that kind of cream product. This is seriously like the key to putting on eyeshadow. Any eyeshadow look, you need to start with this process, just because it helps any other powders to blend better as you put it on top of your eyeshadow base. Because if you didn't set this base, it's so tacky that once you put on other shadows, like highly pigmented shadows, they're just not going to blend very well, and they'll be patchy and kind of like skip across your eyelid. So that is always my first recommendation to people when they ask me like, what do I do with my eyeshadow? So I'm just going to start off with, I'll probably go into this taupe shade. It's probably one of my favorites in this palette, with an E40 from Sigma. It's just a fluffy blending brush. I always just make sure I clean it off. And I'm just going to kind of buff this in the crease for my transition shade. Go in and mix Sable and Espresso together. Sable's a little bit warmer than what I want to go with, but I don't want to jump straight to that super dark chocolatey brown. Millie, quit. So I'll probably just mix those two together. And I'm going to use a little bit more of a dense blending brush. It's the Sigma E35. It's pretty much the same shape, but just a little bit thinner for like more detailed shading. So I'm just going to mix those two together and just kind of repeat that same step. Go in with this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil, and I think it's the shade Milk. It's just a white eye crayon, and I'm going to put this all over my lid and blend it out, and then that will act as a good base for the shimmery eyeshadows to just kind of pop. So I'm going to go in with that. I'm going to use the MAC. We're going to go big, but I'm already home. So I'm going to pack this all over the lid, and then I think I might mix the two of them, depending, we'll see how it looks. So here we go. I'm going to try it out dry and see how it looks. I do have some MAC Fix Plus that I can use as well if I feel like it needs it, but we'll give these bad boys a shot and see how they kind of perform without it. Again, I'm going to go back in to the 35E, and I'm going to take that same MAC brush and go into kind of this blue teal shade and put that right in the center of my eyelid. Oh, that's a lot. That's really pigmented. I think I'm going to deepen up the crease with some black as well. Yeah. So I'm going to use the same E25, and then I'm going to go into the Lorac Pro and dip into that black shade and kind of buff this in the crease and then also the inner and outer corners just to give it a little bit more depth. I might go back and forth between black and espresso, the deep dark brown. Felt tip liner. It's not my fave, felt tips in general, but I think it will work out. So yeah. So I'm just going to do a wing with this. I usually go in with a makeup wipe to clean up like any fallout below my eyes, clean up any shadow that needs to be cleaned up. I just always do that. And then for primer, I'm going to be using the One Heck of a Blot from Soap & Glory. This works pretty good. It's a drugstore-ish primer. I think it's like $15, and they now have Soap & Glory at Walgreens, which you probably have seen. And then for foundation, I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear hydrating foundation. So far, I am in love with this foundation. I'm in the shade 0.5, the lightest shade they have because I'm so fair. And I'm gonna blend that in with my beauty blender. So I usually just dot it all over my face and go in with the beauty blender. I've been spraying my beauty blender with Fix Plus lately, and I've been loving how it turns out. Especially like, I wetted my beauty blender like half an hour ago, so it's not super damp anymore. So adding the Fix Plus really kind of helps to blend out your foundation. To set everything with the Coty Air Spun translucent powder. I like to go in and just set it all with beauty blender. We'll do some baking as well. And I'm gonna look really cute. I always bake like my smile lines because they crease so bad. So yeah, it's a cute look. And then I'll just lightly kind of take my other sponge and set the rest of my face, especially like the contouring area, just so my powder contour goes on nice and smooth. Okay, cute, huh? Okay, I'm back. My brows are done. So I'm gonna wipe off this powder and then do contouring and bronzer, and then we'll finish up the eyes. For contour, I'm going to use the NYX HD blush in the shade Taupe. This is the only contour powder I can find that works for my skin tone because I am so stinking fair. And this works perfectly. And if I can get it open. Okay, and then to contour with, I'm going to use the Lexi contour brush, the number 512. I got this in a BoxyCharm a few months ago and I really like it. So I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones with this and kind of blend it up. Okay, and then for bronzer, I'm going to use the Benefit Hoola bronzer. The big fluffy brush. This is the Sigma large powder brush. I just put these. I just put this right in the same places that I just put the contour, just to kind of warm things up. This bronzer on most people can be used as a contour, but not on this pale girl. It is very warm on me because I'm so pale. That's my struggle when it comes to makeup, is that I am so fair that a lot of products that work for most skin tones do not work for mine. So that's my struggle. First world problems, right? Okay. And then for blush, I think I'm just gonna go with like a pinky blush. Gosh, look at all my like acne right there. I'm gonna go into my Gwen Stefani and Urban Decay blush palette, and I think I'm just going to use the pinky shade, this cherry shade. It's like a nice matte blush, and place that on the apples of the cheekbone. Now, while I'm finishing up my lower lash line, I'll just bake this kind of contour area to clean it up, and I'm just going to use my beauty blender again with that same powder and just slide it down just to clean up that blush or the contour and bronzer. Okay. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with a black eyeliner on the waterline. I'm going to use the NYX Jolie liquid, or it's like a gel eyeliner, and I'm just going to put that in my waterline. Put that black eyeliner on my lower lash line, and then I'm going to go in with a definer brush. It's just like a flat, it's a Sigma E15, just looks like that. And I'm going to go back into the Lorac Pro palette and dip that in the black and the espresso color. I need some chapstick. And I'm just going to smudge that into that lower lash line and blend it out, and then I'm going to go in with those colorful shades and put those along the lower lash line as well. For highlight, I'm going to be using the Ofra Cosmetics Beverly Hills highlighter. This is the only highlighter I found that has shades so far that are light enough for my skin tone. I got this in a BoxyCharm a couple months ago, and I love it. Where is my shit? Okay. And then to apply that, I'm going to use the Morphe M601 fan brush, and I'm just going to go into like the white and the pink and this kind of like rosy shade, but I want to keep this like a pretty like white highlight. Lips today, I think I'm going to step outside of my comfort zone, and I'm going to go in with this Smashbox liquid lipstick. It is in the shade, I don't even know, but it's like this super nudie, like brown color. I'm going to use this. Actually, I'm going to line my lips first. To line my lips, I'll use Jordana Easy Liner for lips in the shade, I think this is, Rose Crush. So this is the finished look. I like the way it turned out. Obviously I wouldn't wear this on a daily basis. Excuse this ginormous pimple.